Hey, what's up? I'm Ashley. Thank you for watching this video. And today we're going to be talking about Macarena and Stephanie Rizos in Vis-a-Vis, translation in English, Locked Up. Locked Up is a Spanish crime drama, but there is subtitles. Now, throughout this video, we're going to be calling Macarena Maca and Stephanie Curly because that's their nicknames. Now, let me give you a quick summary on Locked Up. But first, this is nothing like Orange is the New Black. It's so much better. It doesn't even compare. It's not even close. And I don't want to give you too much information on this show because I want you to feel the same way I felt the first time that I watched it. It's not what I expected. But pretty much, it starts off with Maca getting manipulated into embezzling money for her boss, who was her boyfriend. And when Macarena gets caught, she gets sentenced to 7 years in prison, where she gets this rude awakening because at first she's timid and naive because she doesn't know how prison works. While in jail, Maca meets Curly, and Curly falls in love at first sight when she sees Maca. And Curly spends quite a bit of time chasing Macarena around in jail, trying to get with her. As a matter of fact, the first time that they meet, Curly's like, "Do you want to be my girlfriend?" Yeah, she's a little crazy, but I'm kind of down with that. But Maca keeps saying that she's straight until one day she finally gives in. Now, while Curly was chasing Maca, Curly's ex, Sadai, didn't like that at all. She wanted Curly back, but Curly kept on telling her, no, it's over. And even when Curly and Maca finally were a couple, Sadai was jealous and still wanted Curly and was still trying to break them up. Pretty much, this was like a slow burn, but once that fire hit, it took off. Their chemistry was great, and the love that they had for each other was strong. It never faded, even though I feel like Curly was more of a ride or die, and Maca was high-key annoying. I feel like Curly was putting in more work. Maca stayed getting people involved in her mess. But one day, Curly hooks up with her ex, the same one who's been trying to get her back this whole time. She hooks up with her after a good amount of time has passed since something traumatic happened to her involving this guard there at the prison. Maca was ready to take this guy out, and even her ex was ready to take this guy out. He did get a beat down, but she was telling Maca that since that happened to her, she doesn't want to touch anybody and she doesn't want anyone to touch her. But she goes and hooks up with her ex. But like I said, some time did go by, but after that happened, Maca and Curly were for sure over. They were done. Even though Maca was hooking up with the prison guard and ended up in a whole relationship with him. Even though they had their ups and downs, and they did have a lot, and ended up dating other people, they still loved each other. They ended up not seeing each other for a long time. And even though they weren't together, Curly ended up in solitary confinement over Maca. Again, this is definitely not the first time, but since Maca had some connections with the guards, she was able to go in there and see Curly for the first time in a long time. This reconnection will probably get you crying. It almost got me, almost, but this is when they finally are able to get their closure. I'm happy they got their closure, but I'm not happy with the way they did Curly in this series. I don't like it at all. They did her dirty. Now there's a spinoff to Locked Up. It's called The Oasis. It's technically season 5, and just know Curly is not in that. It's really just focused on Maca and another lead who's iconic, Zulema. She's actually my favorite in the show. But you can watch Locked Up and The Oasis on Netflix. Let me know if you've seen this show. It's kind of like a hidden gem, so we can talk about it. And if not, do you plan on checking it out? Let me know all that down in the comments. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.